Thanks, Martin, for pronouncing my name correctly. It doesn't happen that often, to be honest. Guys, I'm representing SafeCharge. My name is Sung Feng Wu. I'm Vice President of Travel. I presume nobody knows about SafeCharge. That's my presumption because that happened to me at the latest Airline Travel Payment Summit. And since then, everybody knows who SafeCharge is. Who is SafeCharge? SafeCharge is a leading global payment technology company. So yes, we do acquiring. Yes, we do 150 plus payment solutions, products, currencies, yada, yada. It's all commodity. Come on. That's nothing new. Everybody's doing that. So as a new company, while we are actually 12 years in the business and we're stock listed in the UK, we're actually an unknown factor in the payment industry and with a lot of merchants. So in order to be here, in order to make an impact, we're going to present a game changer. Total disruptor. I actually presented it in Miami like a month and a half ago, and since then we actually have dozens of airlines actually queuing up to be our merchants. So what are we going to do today? I'm literally going to give you money. Really, literally going to give you money. And actually the best person to listen to my pitch today is actually a finance director or a treasury manager. Because I'm going to tell you about reconciliation manager, about reconciliation and matching, which is true reconciliation and matching. Not about, shall we say, the data you're getting from your database and matching with reports from a payment company, one-on-one. That's not true reconciliation. Okay. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about inaccurate charges and mismatched transactions. We're talking about reports which are complete. We're talking about increased chances for bookkeeping and more resources for you guys with an automated reconciliation and matching tool. So that's what we need and what we're looking for in the industry. At this moment, there is no single payment company providing automated reconciliation matching tool based on true numbers. Okay, so what are we going to provide in our solution? We do the reconciliation on a transaction level. We do the reconciliation on a settlement level. We do the balance monitoring. We check whether bank accounts actually have been settled correctly, and we all consolidate it into one single report. A lot of companies, I've been actually talking to a lot of airlines, a lot of retailers, actually have multiple payment providers. If you actually are doing business directly with PayPal, you're doing directly with Alipay or with WeChat, and you're working with 1, 2, or 3 acquirers, you're actually getting every single day 10, 15 reports, which actually makes no sense. They're totally different, and your treasury team will actually have a ball and actually trying to consolidate it. And eventually they will see a huge gap in information which is missing. And that information is critical for your business because that piece of information is money. And that's what we're trying to solve. We actually, as a payment company, saw this flaw in this industry which nobody wants to resolve. Why? Intransparency creates revenue for payment companies. Why would you solve something in order to create transparency, simplicity, and speed in the whole process? Well, because there's no need to. The banks, the acquirers, the payment providers are actually in a position which they feel comfortable with and just keeping it this way. So, what do we do basically? I know this is very technical, and it's less shiny what you actually have seen before, and it's more about processing, but I'll get to, shall we say, the use case, and I'll show you how we, for one single company, for one single month, we save 300K per month, in total, 3 million per year, in just one country, which represented only 5% of the flow. The CFO made actually the calculation, and eventually we saved $70 million per year, only on good reporting. That's massive. You can actually get a lot of products like WeChat, Alipay, etc. All these products you can add at the front end. But if you're leaking data and money at the back end, that's just a waste of money. You know? We're trying to resolve, first fix the ceiling, and then actually create more doors and window dressing, etc. Check on your base. So what do we do actually? We actually get first the reports that you actually get from all your acquirers, the payment providers, and payment solution providers in our database. Our software will check it next to all the reports that you actually are generating from your database, whether the transaction has actually been performed. So we actually see whether those are existing transactions or non-existing transactions. Next to this, we also check whether all these transactions have been billed correctly with the correct fee. This is important. You know why? Because what is the difference between being billed with a debit card and with a credit card? Well, the difference is 1.5% on a charge. That's a massive amount. I've seen in the past with many, many acquirers that actually flag transactions incorrectly due to the fact that they have legacy issues, due to the fact that they're doing manual labor on reporting. So it could be just a human error. It could be a system error. It could be an error whereby Visa, MasterCard, and the scheme fees actually haven't sent the documentation and information correctly to the platforms. I only have like 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So let's go to, shall we say, the use case. For this single company, which is the main competitor of Uber, we did it for one single country. We found 33,000 transactions missing or overcharged. You can actually see all the narratives. Transaction bank, not in platform, overcharged, canceled transaction, bank time difference. These data came from 3 acquiring banks, not one, but 3 acquiring banks. In total, it was $300,000 that we found. We don't know what happened. So eventually we got back to the bank and instructed them to find those single transactions or actually pay the merchant back the amount of funds. Eventually, over the whole year, we actually found more than 3 million for one single country. This country was only 5% of the total flow. So the calculation was made very quickly. If it would have happened globally, the impact could have been more than 70 million. This is actually happening to all major airlines. We're actually having now discussions with KLM, Lufthansa, Air France, companies like Inditex, Google actually approached us to do this with them, because obviously reporting has never been the sexy part of the business, but getting your money is very crucial for your business. Thank you for your time. If you need more information, I'm actually outside and love to answer your questions. Thanks a lot.